My name is Nellie Szilagyi-Benedek, and I am Senior Director of Education at the Jewish Museum in New York City. The painting we will be looking at is by the Russian artist Marc Chagall, called I and the Village, dated 1911. In this work, the central subjects are a man, on the right, and a farm animal that looks like a cross between a cow and a goat. Today, we will refer to it as a cow. The man's profile and the large animal's face take up most of the painting's composition. And we see a hand holding a small flowering tree. The large cow contains a smaller image of a woman milking another animal. In the background are smaller figures, a man carrying a scythe, a type of farming tool, and an upside-down woman, against a backdrop of colorful houses, and a church which has a large face looming in the doorway. Chagall creates a coherent composition by repeating colors and images which help move our eye across the painting. He uses the primary colors red, blue, and yellow, and the complementary colors red and green throughout the painting. Notice the repetition of green in the man's face, on his fingers, on the tree, and in the houses, and in the sky. Chagall also repeats forms to create a dynamic rhythm. Notice the triangular rooftops that mirror the triangular forms that decorate the green man's cap. Although the work is representational, meaning that the viewer can recognize certain figures and objects, it is abstract in that those figures and objects are distorted in some way. You'll notice that some things are upside down. The woman in the background, for instance, and the houses behind her. This contrast between real life and the imagination creates a mysterious, dreamlike environment that asks more questions than it answers and leaves room for various interpretations. Chagall's work is provocative because the narrative is open-ended. Although his work contains abstract elements, Chagall never abandons the figure and the narrative that goes along with it. People, humanity, and human emotions are central to his paintings. In fact, the animal appears to be just as human and his face just as expressive as the man's face is. The two seem to share an emotional bond. You may be able to see the thin line linking their eyes. Chagall seems to be focusing on the symbiotic relationship between the man and his animal. Maybe the man and the cow are thinking about how they need each other to sustain their lives. The image of the woman milking the cow might be a memory. There has been a lot of speculation as to what the tree in the foreground of the painting means. Chagall might be commenting on the important relationship between people, animals, and the natural world they inhabit. Chagall was born in Vitebsk, Russia, in 1887. Chagall's family was Jewish, and his work contains many references to his Jewish life. At the time that he painted I and the Village, Chagall was living in an artist's commune in Paris, in a circular 3-story building called La Ruche, the Beehive. Many of the artists Chagall met were part of the Parisian avant-garde, artists challenging traditional ways of making art. That environment informed his art, but the subject of I and the Village is based on memories of his childhood in Vitebsk. Chagall is best known for his images of Jewish life, but also for his ability to go beyond those specific images to address universal ideas. Chagall captures the magic, the joy, and also the problematic nature of memories. I and the Village provokes us to think about the human condition and human emotions that we all feel. Chagall's artistic style is unique. He doesn't fit into a single art movement or category. He found inspiration from the work of other avant-garde artists around him and from his own memories and imagination. Chagall isn't sticking to the rules, and that allows him to explore his own unique approach to painting.